I'd rather be having sex than singing this song. I'd rather be having sex than singing this song. Now I like you, Mike, a lot, but you're no cock in my twat. So I'd rather be having sex than singing this song. I don't know. Most of the time they just pop into my head. Usually there's some kind of inspiration anywhere, anything from a friend has told me an embarrassing story or something that's really intriguing to an experience of my own. Or sometimes I'll just be falling asleep and I will realize that something rhymes with penis that I've never discovered before. It really can just come from anywhere, and then it explodes, and I grab my guitar and I vomit all over it. I just listened to a whole bunch of Dan Mangan one day, because my friend Liz really loved him, and I was like, oh, and I listened to a bunch of it. And it kind of got into my brain, and I laid down and I started writing a song, and it ended up sounding a lot like one of his songs, and it was the one that's called Go Fuck Yourself. And so now, and that's a song it's about basically the permissions of marriage, and the understanding betwixt two people who share a bed long term. And so now when I sing it, I like to say that it's about my fantasy marriage to Dan Mangan, because it sounds like it. They're a mixture of both. I don't like to normally admit which ones are true and which ones aren't, because I like to think that no matter what, they're always talking about something that is true, whether it happened to me or not. So some of them are straight up things that just happened to me, like start to finish, and some are a mix, and some are just completely fabricated based on some kind of inspiration. That was very different from everything I'd done before. I didn't actually think I could do it. I didn't know if I would fit into a stand-up comedian's night. I was encouraged by a friend who offered me free bourbon at the Hyde restaurant on Main. When I went there, I had to kind of up my game and sometimes change some of my songs so that they were more shaped in a joke that was building on itself in the way that a stand-up comedian would build a story or a series of jokes that would climax. And so it made me better at doing anyway, it made me better at doing the songs for sure, and being very close with people. Everyone was listening. At music shows, people generally are talking, drinking beer, and they're kind of checking in and out, but at a comedy night, people really want to know what you're going to say, and they expect it to be funny. So I learned a lot in the last year, particularly in the contest, but like a lot just about how that scene is totally different, but it was good. I'm funny! Buy my CD, I'm funny! I like all sorts of things. I like the absurd. I like satire. I'm a big fan of Flight of the Conchords and the South Park Boys and the songs they do. And I also love things like Ween and Frank Zappa that are humorous, but they lean more towards musicality. I like everything from very witty, smart humor to fart jokes. Try me. See if I like it. Some people are weird. I've developed a fan base, and that in itself is still something I'm getting used to, that I have fans that don't know me, they just know me from what I do and not who I am. It's very strange. And most of the time the fans are totally great. There are a couple of people who are insane. I've had people follow me to shows and get hammered and scream out my lyrics and be completely obnoxious to the point where they actually wreck other performers that are playing on the same night, wreck their sets or their shows, and offering me weird drugs and saying things like, "You're a member of the family now," and expecting a lot of me. There's a lot of entitlement with a lot of the really crazy fans, where they really want to take a lot out of you, and I'm learning a lot about these crazy people, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be more. But for the most part, people I'm pretending to have sex while I'm singing this song. I'm pretending